The Olympian gods, those divine beings who inhabited the majestic Mount Olympus in Greek mythology, are fascinating and full of intriguing stories. Hello people, welcome to Stories, Curiosities and Mysteries. Today we will see some Olympian gods, but before we start, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell and leave a good like. It will help me a lot to continue. Well, without further ado, let's begin. Number 12, Demeter, is one of the oldest and most revered goddesses in Greek mythology. Her name means Mother Earth, and she is considered the goddess of agriculture, cereals, fertility and the seasons. She taught mortals to sow the land, grow cereals, harvest them and store them. Her role was fundamental to ensure the prosperity and food of the population. The Greeks worshipped Demeter to obtain good harvests and protection in agriculture. The most famous myth of Demeter is that of the abduction of her daughter Persephone by Hades, the god of the underworld. Demeter's grief at the loss of her daughter caused vegetation to fall on earth, giving rise to the seasons of the year. When Persephone returned to the surface, Demeter allowed spring and summer. When she descended to the underworld, autumn and winter began. She is a motherly goddess. Her love for Persephone led her to search tirelessly for her and to negotiate with Zeus for her release. In addition, Demeter adopted and cared for other children, such as Demophon and Iaco, showing her compassion and protection towards mortals. Demeter was worshipped throughout the Greek world, but especially in regions where wheat and other grains were produced, such as the plains of Eleusis and Sicily. Number 11, Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, strategy, and defensive warfare. She is known for her strategic intelligence and problem-solving abilities. She is considered the protector of scientists, philosophers, architects, and artists, providing them with inspiration and guidance in their disciplines. Although she is the goddess of war, Athena takes no pleasure in battle. She prefers to settle disputes and uphold the law through peaceful means. Her wisdom is matched by her prowess in battle, making her a unique figure in the Olympian pantheon. Athena is the patron saint of the city of Athens, which owes its name to her. According to legend, she competed with Poseidon to be the protector of the city. She offered the olive tree as a gift, which symbolized peace and prosperity, and won the election. The Parthenon, the famous temple on the Acropolis of Athens, is dedicated to Athena. She is renowned for her mercy, and it was said that when the judges' votes were tied, she would often intervene to free the accused. Unlike Ares, the god of violent war, Athena engages in defensive conflicts and seeks justice. She is also associated with crafts such as pottery, jewelry, or textile arts. Tradition attributes to him the invention of several objects vital to human beings, such as the flute, the trumpet, the plow, the rake, the yoke for oxen, the cart and the ship. Number 10, Hephaestus, is the patron of blacksmiths, craftsmen, and sculptors. His skill in forging and creating metal objects is legendary. He is credited with making weapons and tools for gods and mortals alike. His creations were exceptional and magical. Hephaestus had one particularity: he was lame. According to legend, his mother Hera threw him off Olympus at birth because of his disability. He was rescued by the Nereids and raised on the island of Lemnos. There, he developed his skill in forging and became a master craftsman. In addition to forging, Hephaestus is associated with fire and volcanoes. He is considered the god who controls flames and eruptions. His forge, located in the heart of Mount Etna, was the place where he created his masterpieces. Craftsmen and manual workers honored him. Hephaestus represented dedication, creativity, and skill in work. His cult extended to all the industrial and manufacturing centers of Greece. Among his most famous works are the Shield of Achilles, the Magic Belt of Aphrodite and the Thrones of the Gods on Olympus. He also built automata, such as the guardians of his forge. Number 9, Hermes, is the son of Zeus, the king of the gods, and the commoner Maya. He was born in a cave on Mount Cyllene in Arcadia and, from the moment of his birth, he demonstrated great skill and cunning by stealing the flock of his elder brother, Apollo. This ingenious act not only showed his skill as a thief, but also his connection to Hermes, divine gifts. In addition to being the son of Zeus, Hermes is the brother of Apollo, Artemis and Athena, among others. His genealogy links him to the generation of the Olympian gods, those who were born from the Titans and who ruled Olympus. His primary function is to convey divine messages and orders between the gods and mortals. Hermes is considered the intermediary between both worlds. His ability to travel quickly and his cunning make him the perfect choice for this important role. Hermes is the patron of travelers. He is invoked to protect those who cross borders and roads. In addition, He guides the souls of the dead to the underworld, ensuring that they reach their proper destination. A is also associated with trade and merchants. A is considered the protector of merchants and business. His cunning and skills as a thief also make him the patron of scoundrels and deceivers. Hermes is the god of athletes and gymnasiums. His influence extends to the realm of sport and competition. In addition, he is a talented musician and is credited with inventing the lyre. Number 8, Artemis, is one of the most revered goddesses in Greek mythology. Her name means untouched or pure, reflecting her role as the goddess of virginity. She is known for her skill in hunting and archery. She is depicted as a young goddess dressed in a long robe and carrying a bow and arrows. She is a protector of wild animals and creatures of the night. Her connection to nature makes her an essential figure in forests and mountains. She is associated with the crescent moon. Her role as the moon goddess links her to natural cycles and femininity. Additionally, she is shown with a crescent moon on her head, symbolizing her influence over the night and the stars. Artemis is the guardian of virginity and chastity. Her rejection of the advances of men makes her a symbol of independence and feminine power. Young girls worshipped her and sought her protection in times of transition and change. Artemis transformed Actaeon, a hunter, into a stag as punishment for seeing her naked while bathing. His own hunting dogs devoured him. Artemis was worshipped in many temples and sanctuaries in ancient Greece. The Artemision at Ephesus was one of the most famous temples dedicated to her. Number 7, Ares, son of Zeus and Hera, personifies ferocity and bravery on the battlefield. Ares leads warriors in battle. His presence inspires courage and a thirst for victory. A is invoked before battle to grant strength and courage to combatants. Warriors seek his favor in battle. Ares watches over their safety and success. His influence extends to legendary heroes, such as Achilles and Theseus. He is the brother of Athena, goddess of wisdom and strategy. Together, they represent the duality of war, cunning and brute force. However, Athena despises his impulsiveness and would prefer to resolve conflicts without bloodshed. A supported the Trojans in the famous war. His intervention caused havoc and challenged the Olympian gods. A was wounded by Diomedes, a brave mortal, who had the protection of Athena. Ares had tumultuous romances. His relationship with Aphrodite, the goddess of love, is famous. Both were caught in a net by her husband Hephaestus. Number 6, Apollo, is a figure rich in attributes and functions, and his influence ranges from music to healing. He is the patron of music, poetry and the arts in general. He is credited with the invention of the lyre, a string musical instrument. The Muses, inspiring entities, are under his dominion. His music and poetry were capable of moving hearts and souls. He drives the solar chariot across the sky each day, bringing light and warmth to the world. A is the god of the radiant sun. His image is associated with youth, beauty and vitality. A personifies physical perfection and harmony. A is depicted as a beautiful, healthy young man. His cult included athletic competitions and gymnasiums where young men trained to achieve physical excellence. He is the patron and protector of the famous oracle at Delphi. Priestesses, known as Pythia, passed on their prophecies in his name. The ancient Greeks went to the oracle for answers about the future and divine will. Apollo is also the father of Asclepius, the god of medicine and healing. Temples dedicated to Asclepius were places of healing and pilgrimage. Although Apollo could cause plagues and diseases, he also had the power to heal and protect against evil forces. Number 5, Aphrodite. According to Greek mythology, Aphrodite is widely known as the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. Her history and attributes make her an intriguing and relevant figure in both past and contemporary culture. She is the daughter of Zeus, ruler of Olympus, and Dione, an ancient mother goddess. However, Aphrodite is also said to have emerged from the waters of the sea, near the island of Cyprus, after the god Cronus castrated her father and threw his genitals into the ocean. In this way, Aphrodite is considered the personification of love and beauty that arise from the union of the divine and the earthly. The goddess is depicted with a dazzling and captivating appearance, with a radiant beauty that attracts all divine and mortal beings alike. Aphrodite is revered as the supreme goddess of beauty and love in Greek mythology. Her influence extends to all aspects of life, from romantic relationships to physical attraction. She is considered the personification of femininity and seduction, and her presence is associated with sensuality and pleasure. She is credited with the ability to influence the hearts and desires of mortals and gods alike. Her love and charm are irresistible, and she is said to have the power to bring people together and create loving relationships. As the goddess of love, Aphrodite is known for being capricious and intervening in the love affairs of both gods and mortals. Her love affairs often cause conflict and romantic entanglements in mythological stories. Number 4. Hades, also known as Pluto in Roman mythology, is the elder brother of Zeus and Poseidon. Together, these three gods form the triad of the principles in the Greek pantheon. Unlike his brothers, however, Hades does not reside on Mount Olympus. His domain is in the underworld, the realm of the dead. He is the absolute ruler of the underworld. His realm spans vast subterranean regions, filled with complexities and mysteries. The souls of the deceased come to his domain after leaving the world of the living. Hades decides their fate and ensures that they receive their just deserts. The underworld is divided into sections. Tartarus is the place of punishment for the most wicked, while the Elysian fields are the paradise where virtuous souls rest. He is depicted with a crown of cypresses and a trident, symbols of his authority over the underworld and his dominion over hidden riches. Persephone, daughter of Demeter, goddess of agriculture, is kidnapped by Hades and taken to the underworld to be his wife. Demeter's despair at the loss of her daughter causes vegetation on earth to fall, giving rise to the seasons. He is shown as a middle-aged man, with a beard and dark hair. His serious expression reflects the solemnity and seriousness of his role as god of the underworld. In addition to his cypress crown and trident, he wears a helmet that makes him invisible and grants him supernatural powers. Number 3. Poseidon. According to Greek mythology, Poseidon was the son of Cronus and Rhea, and brother of Zeus and Hades. After the war between the Titans and the Olympian gods, Zeus, Poseidon and Hades shared the dominion of the world, with Poseidon being chosen to rule over the seas and oceans. His wife was Amphitrite, one of the Nereids, with whom he had several children, including Triton. He is depicted as a mature man, with a curly beard and hair, and with a crown of seaweed on his head. He is often shown holding a trident, a legendary weapon that symbolizes his dominion over the oceans and his power to cause earthquakes. Poseidon was said to be imposing and of great physical strength, and his appearance reflected his connection to the sea and his role as god of earthquakes. His presence was feared and respected, and his anger could unleash devastating natural phenomena. Poseidon had control over all waters, from the seas and oceans to rivers and lakes. Sailors and navigators worshipped him and sought his protection on their sea voyages. He was credited with the power to calm storms and protect travelers on the water. However, he could also unleash his fury and cause tempests and tidal waves. In addition to his relationship with the sea, Poseidon was a passionate lover of horses. He was considered the supreme tamer of these majestic animals. In some legends, he is credited with creating the first horses by striking the earth with his trident. Number 2. Hera, is the daughter of the Titans Cronus and Rhea, and sister of Zeus. She was born on the island of Samos and raised on Mount Ida. Her beauty was dazzling, and her power equaled that of Zeus. From a young age, she stood out for her cunning and her ability to make wise decisions. Hera is said to have been betrothed to Zeus from a young age and eventually became his wife and queen of Olympus. Her marriage to Zeus symbolized the union between heaven and earth, and together they ruled over the gods and mortals. Hera is known for her unmatched beauty, wisdom, and powerful presence. She is depicted as a majestic goddess, with a crown on her head and a scepter in her hand. She is often depicted as jealous and vengeful, especially when it comes to Zeus' infidelities. In addition to being the goddess of marriage and fertility, Hera was also considered the protector of married women and mothers. Her role as Queen of Olympus gave her authority and respect among the other gods. The relationship between Hera and Zeus was complex and tumultuous. Although they were husband and wife, Zeus was known for his numerous infidelities, which caused Hera's anger and jealousy. Despite this, Hera was always loyal to Zeus and fought to maintain her position as Queen of Olympus. They had several children together, including Ares, the god of war. She was both respected and feared by the other Olympian gods. As Queen of Olympus, her word was law, and her commanding presence commanded admiration and respect. Although she was also known for her temper and her ability to punish those who opposed her, the other gods recognized her authority and did not dare to openly challenge her. As the goddess of marriage and fertility, Hera had the power to bless and protect marriages and families. She also had the gift of prophecy and the ability to see the future. Hera was said to be able to control the weather and cause storms when she was angry. In addition, she was known for her strength and her ability to transform into different forms, such as animals or people. This power of metamorphosis allowed her to move freely and observe mortals without being recognized. Number 1. Zeus is the son of Cronus and Rhea, belonging to the second generation of Titan gods. The story of his birth is intriguing. Cronus, afraid of being dethroned by one of his children, devoured all of Rhea's newborns. However, Rhea managed to save Zeus and hid him in Crete. When Zeus grew up, he returned to free his siblings and challenge Cronus. After an epic battle, he emerged victorious and became the new king of the gods. Zeus is portrayed as an imposing and powerful god, with a thick beard and a thunderbolt in his hand, a symbol of his mastery over thunder and lightning. But his greatness goes beyond his physical strength. He is also known for his wisdom and ability to make fair decisions. As the father of gods and men, his authority is undisputed. Furthermore, Zeus is the god of the sky and the weather, responsible for controlling storms and lightning. He is called upon for justice and protection, and is considered the protector of kings and rulers. From the majestic Mount Olympus, Zeus oversees and rules the world of gods and men. His authority is respected and feared by all divine beings, and his word is law. He convenes and presides over divine assemblies where the destinies of gods and mortals are discussed and decided. He is in charge of punishing those who disobey divine laws and rewarding those who act with honor. Zeus is not only a ruler, but also a passionate lover. His numerous love affairs with goddesses, mortals, and nymphs resulted in the birth of many other gods and heroes. Some of his best-known children are Hermes, Apollo, Artemis, Athena, and Dionysus. And these are just a few of the Olympian gods. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Until next time.